Gil Whiteley with you till 1 o'clock. Joining me on the show, Cindy Morgan. Hello, Cindy.
Hello, Gil. How are things in the Mile High City?
Things are great here. You got a lot of fans there. Just in the last couple days, did you notice? I'm sure you noticed that Tron was running on cable.
I see it. I'm like astonished, and there it is.
I got this interview coming up, and I hadn't seen Tron since it came out.
Wow.
Years ago, and watched it. And I have a feeling that I think you're much more known for Caddyshack and Lacey Underall.
Well, it depends on who you talk to, Gil. I mean, I see people get into squabbles about it, so I stay out.
That's exactly what I was saying coming into the last segment. I was saying amongst the Star Wars / action figure collecting guys, you're more famous to them by far.
Oh yeah.
And that's for Tron from playing. It's Yori, right? John.
Yori. Yori. It's this great character that Caddyshack and Tron couldn't be two more different movies. Do you think?
Yeah.
Most people don't know that that's me in both movies. Personally, I think you can be a little too good at acting. So it's just like in the last year and a half. It's like, wait a minute, that's the same person. What the heck?
I just watched, in the last couple of days, I watched Caddyshack a couple times and then went through the...
A couple times, just in case, right?
Oh, no, I wanted to make sure that I was prepared for this, and I prepared for the different things. And then I watched the 20th anniversary edition, which, and then special features of the 19th hole stuff.
Oh, don't believe any of that. But go ahead.
Okay, here we
don't
go.
Don't believe everything you hear, but go ahead.
Here we go. All right, let's start out with this. You did have, when you can't, at the scene in the pool where you walk in the pool, you went over to the diving board. I guess
right.
you are legally blind or whatever it might be.
Without my contact lenses, then you betcha.
But you actually didn't make the dive, and then I read that somewhere else later that they put someone else in the dive because you can't even swim.
I had to, but listen to what I had to do. I had to walk across. This is my first shot in the film.
Yeah.
So I had to walk past the pool, climb the board now without lenses, because they have to get the shot of me climbing the board and walking to the end of it. Now that's all me. Now that's just the one shot deal. And to light it for camera, you got to understand what goes on behind the scenes.
Sure.
I had to walk back and forth, back up and walk forward, back and forth on that board. I don't know how many times so they could light it and get it into frame because it was a one shot, and I had to take the spring into the water so that they could cut to the real diver. The cut is right on the spring. It's a great cut.
Really? Okay.
Yes, look at it. It's right. That's me, right until the spring, and then they cut to the diver. So yeah, I jumped blind into God knows abyss as far as I knew, and hit the water, blind. And they fished me out and went on to shoot the rest of the scene. I'm like, where's my glasses? Who are you people? Yeah, that was great. That was my first shot. That was trial by water, and then trial by fire. The new scene where I got into a big fight with the producer, but that's another story.
No, we're gonna deal with that story, and that's John Peters. Are you a John Peters? Yeah, I know a little. I know a little bit about John Peters. For those of people who don't know, the movie Shampoo is based on John Peters.
Yes, it was. So I understand.
And who was basically just a male whore.
Well, I don't know if he charged.
No, I'm talking about the movie Shampoo. See, I know.
I really wasn't there, so I can't verify.
No, the movie was about a male whore, and then
he had a reputation for being quite a ladies' man.
Barbara Streisand made his life.
My understanding is that also sort of kicked things into gear. He had been a hairdresser previously, and Barbara Streisand. We had a relationship, and he got started in the film industry as a producer. What the word is. I wasn't physically there.
Producing his girlfriend's film. Okay, now you really were not comfortable in doing two scenes naked.
Who is?
But all of a sudden,
unless that's what you do for a living, yeah. And who is?
Oh, yeah. Okay, exactly. What? Because at that point it became okay. And it wasn't going to be a big deal with Harold Ramis. It wasn't a deal killer, but it was with John.
Peter? Well, the deal was we sat down before the film, and this is when R-rated films were just coming into their own as being mainstream. Believe it or not, it was shot in 1979. So we had a conversation, we had a meeting, and it was discussed that there would be this film, this shot, X number of minutes long. It was important to the film for the core demographic of male 17 to 25. That's pretty cut and dry. And that's how I said, all right, not my first choice, but obviously this is part of the job. Let's do it. Then the night before we shot the scene, I got a call from Peters and said, we're sending the Playboy photographer down. Now, I got no problem, no beef with Playboy. I was even with their modeling agency, just as it was a straight modeling agency out of Chicago. But I was the Irish Spring Girl at the time, and it would have been a conflict in my mind. And I said, can't do it. And he said, I'm sending the photographer. So I called my agent in L.A., and I said, I was shooting this in Florida. I said, help me. And my agent, bless his little heart, said, honey, you're not a doe-eyed girl from the Midwest. Handle it. So I did, came back and fired him, and he became the head of casting at ABC. And I don't think I ever worked at ABC again. Maybe one job when he was out of town. So, and then I had to come back and shoot the scene. Now, the photographer's on the set, and Peters is cussing me out. I mean, I'm getting called to the phone in the other room, and, you're blanked in this business. You'll never blanking work again. I'm taking away your paid ads and billing. Now, paid ads and billing means my original billing was and introducing Cindy Morgan as Lacey Underall. I was eradicated from the billing. My face was eradicated from the ads. I mean, they just did everything. I said, so be it, but now I'm going to clear the fact. And I did. My background's in broadcasting, doing what you do, in television and radio. I ran sound. Television. I knew who belonged there. I said, that's it. I want to see 4 guys. They had the old cameras. I say, I want to see the focus puller, the director of photography, Harold Ramis, the director, and that actor. Until then, I've got all day. Take your time.
Those guys had to take off their shirts, too, didn't they?
Oh, they said they did. I don't know what there was a lot of rumors. The fact is, everybody was raising hell. Everybody was working me over. Everybody was trying to get this done. And I had enough film in the can, and the answer was no. I mean, the thing about Lacey is, Lacey was a strong character because women had just gotten the right to choose. This was, again, 1970. So she just, and Cindy had a little bit of Lacey in her and made some decisions that day. And so I lost my paid ads and I lost my billing, and I didn't work for a long time, but you know what? I don't regret it to this day.
Cool.
There's a couple of reasons. First of all, it would have. I went home. I could look in the mirror. I mean, it was a proud decision because I don't like being bullied. I don't have a problem with nudity. I got a problem with bullies. Who doesn't?
I'm with you on that one, kid.
So, and besides, when you get angry, are you afraid anymore? Probably not. And I wasn't afraid to do the same. And I should send Peters a thank you note. I wasn't afraid anymore. I was mad.
In watching the film, and again, as early as just as late as just this morning. This
morning you're watching Caddyshack? Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I get up at 6 o'clock every morning anyway, and if I'm not writing, I got to figure something. So I just wanted to go through it all another time.
Okay.
The scene with Chevy Chase when he pours all the lotion all over you. You turn around and you say you're crazy, but then when you turn around again, it's apparent on your face that you're just not quite sure what he's going to do next.
We were fighting, and he was at living scene. That's what was going on.
And Cindy Morgan didn't know what Chevy Chase was going to do next in that scene.
No, but I wasn't going anywhere either. The camera's rolling, and it's an even playing field. I'm not moving, so I'm standing right here. But yeah, he was up to no good, but the scene worked. It worked.
Oh, yeah.
I was thrilled. I was so happy. But both of us, when it snuck into dailies the next day to take a look at it, both of us thought we were in, seriously major trouble because we were behaving so badly. But thank God it worked. Thank God it worked that day.
This was 199-page scripts, which you and I both know they want scripts to be anywhere between 90 and 110. But most of it got just thrown out, and some characters got bigger, some characters got smaller, and they just kind of forgot about the caddies.
That's right. The original story was about the caddies. I have the original script still. And when we got down there, things started happening. And thank God Harold and the cinematographer were smart enough to follow the action with camera. Rodney rolled in. He was supposed to be a cameo. Bill was supposed to be a cameo. Rodney rolled through scenes like a bug-eyed juggernaut, just saying whatever the hell popped into his head. And poor Ted Knight's hanging on by his fingernails playing straight man to Rodney. Not his intention. He was really getting mad by the end of the film. And Billy Harold would whisper in his ear, and he would just go, okay. And he would just do this stuff. I remember, Harold says, come over here, you're going to see this. I said, what? I'm looking, and there's a camera, and Billy's whacking the flowers. I said, what are you people doing here? You're going to have to replant all those things. What? Well, it just so happens it's one of his best scenes in the film.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I love the Dalai Lama speech when he goes,
Oh, my God, yes.
What's the line that he uses at the end of it? And he would on his
You'll
deathbed.
receive total consciousness.
Total consciousness.
When I saw that in the theater, I was like, oh, my God, what what is this?
And he goes, and so I have that going for me.
Which is, I know, and it just turned out to be just brilliant. So, what can you say? It just worked. It just worked. I mean, it was like being struck by comedy lightning. You don't want to plan it. Gosh,